My girlfriend and her first love got into a car accident with me. I ended up blind and he had some fractures. But while I was in a hospital corner, I overheard my girlfriend on the phone with her sister. "Hey sis, can you look after Dino for me?" Pretending to be me? We sound the same, so he won't notice. "I'm taking Jimmy abroad for surgery. He really needs me right now." Her first love asked, "Are you okay just leaving your boyfriend with your sister?" Stella laughed. "My sister and he are both super traditional. They won't do anything inappropriate." I hid in the corner, feeling my lips quiver and my heart aching. How did Stella know I liked her sister? When Stella came back intending to propose to me, she saw me with a 3 months pregnant Anna. With a cryptic smile, I said, "Your sister's already showing? And you're still hung up?" At 2 a.m., I suddenly got a call from Stella. It was loud on her end, and a friend of hers spoke urgently. "Stella's gotten into a fight at a bar. You need to come over quickly." Then they hung up. I didn't see how I could help, but I got up, threw on a jacket, and caught a cab. I searched for the private room number in my texts, and when I opened the door, a mix of smoke and alcohol hit my face. Seeing me, the music paused. Stella was surrounded, sitting at the center. Wow, he actually came just from a call. Look at him in his pajamas. He must be so devoted to Stella. Jimmy sipped his wine, teasing Stella. "Stella, you're too much. You don't care about your husband's feelings at all. You actually managed to trick him into coming here." Ignoring the laughter, I just kept my eyes on Stella. Seeing she wasn't hurt, I sighed in relief, muttering, "You're okay. That's all that matters." At my words, laughter erupted again. Wow, what a sucker. Are guys really this dumb these days? "Stella, does your boyfriend have a brother? Hook me up." I was holding some hangover soup. I bypassed them and gently set it on the table in front of Stella. "Enjoy. I won't disturb you anymore." As I was about to leave, Stella suddenly pulled me down to the sofa next to her, bringing her booze-scented breath closer. I leaned back slightly, frowning a bit. She looked into my eyes with a smile. "Are you mad?" I was taken aback, shook my head. No, they were right. I was Stella's pushover. I had been for 6 whole years, from middle to high school, always at her beck and call. Every morning, I brought her breakfast, milk tea, even delivering water to her latest boyfriend. From middle to high school, my life was all about studying and Stella. I thought Stella would head abroad after high school and I'd finally get some peace when I went to college. Who knew she'd end up attending the same college as me and confessing her feelings? Well, it wasn't quite a confession. She said, "Dino, since you've been chasing me for so long, let's date now that we've graduated high school." Her friends egged her on. "Wow, the sucker finally gets it all. Dino, you're amazing." Stella's never confessed first before. Jimmy stood to the side some distance away, giving me a look I couldn't decipher. Stella's decision to be with me shocked me. I was at a loss, unsure how to respond. I said I needed to think and rushed home. Maybe I'd been too obvious, making her think I liked her. When I got home, Dad was thrilled, announcing his promotion from assistant manager to manager with a substantial raise. Mom hinted in my room that Stella's dad wanted me to keep an eye on Stella, so they increased my allowance by $1,000 a month. When Stella asked for my answer, I agreed. I figured I'd benefit. Stella always had a stream of boyfriends in high school, none lasting more than a month. I expected the same. Plus, our family situation improved thanks to her. I waited to be dumped, but surprisingly, 2 years passed. Later, I found out she confessed out of spite for Jimmy. She didn't really have feelings for me. At least, that's how I saw it. She never broke up with me, maybe because I was obedient, and my breakfasts pleased her. Her relationship with Jimmy was always complicated. They'd known each other forever, bickering since childhood. Yet they always fought. She'd upset Jimmy till he had stomachaches, and then send me to his dorm with medicine. When reconciled, she'd have me buy his favorite cake at school. Their relationship was an endless cycle, and I was like a part of their game. Jimmy would sometimes ask Stella, "If Dino and I fell into water, who would you save?" Hugging my shoulders, she'd casually say, "Of course, my boyfriend. Why would I save you? You wouldn't save me? You're done for," Jimmy would retort, chasing her playfully while I silently watched Stella's side profile. Squeezing my hand, she'd tease. What? Touched? I kept quiet, knowing Stella wouldn't choose me. My intuition was confirmed soon enough. On a stormy day, Jimmy was driving us to a summer internship. As rain poured, the wipers working frantically, a car suddenly sped towards us at an intersection. Jimmy's car was hit violently. My head slammed into the window, ringing like a bell. Pain surged and my ears buzzed. Everything turned blurry black and white. Fear seized me as I vaguely saw Stella banging on the window's glass, pulling the door open. Stella, I called faintly, but Stella went past me, helping Jimmy out. She didn't even glance at me. I was struggling to stay conscious, barely raising my hand to grab Stella's clothes. She finally noticed me and said, "Dino, the ambulance is on its way. Hang in there a little longer. My car can only fit 2 people and he's hurt worse than you." After saying that, she supported Jimmy and left, leaving me alone in the car. I suddenly felt an unprecedented sense of panic as the lights faded from my sight. Right before I passed out, I wanted to yell at Stella's retreating figure with Jimmy. I could have fit in the trunk. I woke up, or maybe I didn't. The air smelled like disinfectant, but I couldn't see anything. It was pitch dark. Why isn't anyone here? My mind raced as I stumbled around blindly, searching for an exit. There seemed to be a wall in front of me, but I couldn't feel anything. Just when I thought there was nothing in front of me, I tripped over something. Finally making it out of the door, I heard Stella's voice. I clung to the wall, trying to get closer to the sound. "Jimmy just has a fracture. Why are you acting just like Dino?" Jimmy choked up and shouted, "With such a big scar on my face and a broken leg, who's gonna marry me?" "You marry me then." I heard Stella's voice soften. "It's no big deal. I'll marry you. I'll go to the States with you for surgery, and whether it's your leg or face, I promise it'll all be back to normal." Jimmy asked, "What about your boyfriend Dino?" I heard Stella casually reply, "I'll call my sister and have her take care of him." The tips of my fingers turned white, clenching the wall tightly as Stella dialed her sister Anna's number. "Sis, can you pretend to be me and look after Dino? He's blind now, and our voices are the same, so he won't know. I have to take Jimmy abroad for his surgery. You know how it's been, Jimmy's depended on me since we were kids." My breathing quickened, and since Stella had the call on speaker, my hearing had become extra acute. On the other end of the line, it sounded like a meeting was happening. After a long pause, a voice as similar to Stella's, but with a richer tone, came through. She said, "Okay, but don't regret it." Hearing the confirmation, Stella chuckled, "Thanks, sis," and I swayed, gripping the wall hard, tears streaming down my face. How did Stella know I've always liked her sister? And now there is this golden opportunity? Could this be the reward after years of enduring Stella's teasing? My heart leaped with excitement as I carefully felt my way back to the hospital bed, lying down to wait for Anna to come get me. In Jimmy's hospital room, he asked Stella, "You're just gonna leave your boyfriend with your sister like that?" Stella laughed. "Both my sis and him are really traditional people. They wouldn't do anything out of line. I know their characters well." Jimmy looked at her. "Seems like you don't really like Dino. What if Dino discovers it's your sister? Let's see if you'd still be smiling then." "Who said I don't like Dino? I just have to be with you for the surgery first. When I'm back, I'll make it up to Dino. He's so mild. I can smooth things over easily." Jimmy wrapped himself in the blanket, turning away from her. "I'll see when you mess this up." I reminisced about meeting Anna for the first time, back in junior year at her hillside villa. Stella had a pool party there. I wasn't part of their social circle, but Stella invited me anyway. I tried finding an excuse not to go, but Stella just dragged me into the car. Thinking the villa wouldn't miss one more person, I found a corner to do my homework. After finishing, still no sign of the party ending, I found a spot and fell asleep instead. By the time I woke up, it was midnight, the others had left, and Stella once again forgot about me. Resigned to my fate, I squatted with my backpack at the villa's entrance, thinking of booking a ride home with my phone, but it started drizzling. I huddled my arms tight, the location too remote. Nobody took the job. Stella's phone was unreachable. As I pondered my next move, someone approached with an umbrella. I looked up as they came closer. The person tilted the umbrella toward me. I raised my head. This person was a tad taller than Stella, a facial resemblance enough to guess she was Stella's sister, Anna. Dino? The person spoke, voice melodious. I nodded, trying to stand, but my legs were numb from crouching too long. Anna, patient and poised, extended her hand. She was the complete opposite of Stella, every gesture like a perfect lady. I took her hand, pulling myself up. Anna let me stay the night at the villa. The next day, she drove me to school. Since that day, I frequently dreamt of her. I aimed for a good college, hoping for another chance to meet under more favorable circumstances. But life took another turn. I ended up with Stella in college. Meetings with Anna increased, though I dared not gaze at her as freely as during our first encounter. In my hospital room, the doctor and Anna discussed the head injury that affected my ocular motor nerve. Fortunately, it wasn't severe and healing was possible. I wanted to recover at home, hating the antiseptic smell and oppressive hospital environment. Your parents are on a business trip, taking your brother along. No one's at home to care for you. Stay at my place. Let me take care of you, Dino. Her voice was cool yet tender, possessing a calming allure. I paused, then nodded slowly. Stella would never call me Dino. My palms were sweating, and I could even sense the woody fragrance from Anna's perfume. She was likely dressed impeccably with a tailored dress and a custom scarf, just like the first time we met. She nodded and smiled at me, very composed. Anna. I almost called her Anna by accident, but inside, my emotions were a whirlwind. Anna held my hand, guiding me out of the hospital, carefully leading me to the car. Once I got in, I realized I might have a bit of car trauma. Suddenly, the car made a sharp turn, and I couldn't steady myself, falling onto Anna. I was anxious, not knowing what was happening, my heart racing, hands gripping her waist. Anna stopped it with a gentle pat on my back. Don't worry, it's just a turn. John, slow down, she said. Her scent was clean and comforting, unlike Stella's smoky and boozy smell. Since Anna agreed to take care of me as Stella, she's my girlfriend now, I sneaky thought. Let's just have this secret love affair with Anna. My phone buzzed, breaking the moment. I handed it to Anna to check. I can't see, not even sure how to use it. It's your mom calling, Anna said, answering for me. Happy music was playing on the other end. They were at Disney with my brother, it seemed. Dino, how's it going with Stella today? Can you intern at her company this summer? Mom, I was in a car accident today, and I'm temporarily blind. Probably can't intern this summer. My voice cracked as I spoke. What about Stella? Was she in the accident too? Is she okay? Mom was worried. She's fine, I replied after a pause. Oh good. Make sure to nurture your relationship with Stella. Okay? I didn't finish listening. Anna took the phone. You didn't hear him? Your son was in an accident, yet you're more concerned about me? Anna's voice was calm but cutting. Oh, Dino got hurt? Are you okay, Dino? Mom was embarrassed. I was about to answer, but Anna cut in. How fake, she said and hung up. Anna looked at me. Does it bother you I talk to your mom that way? I shook my head. Anna was standing up for me. I'd gotten used to being ignored by my parents. A warm hand on my head. She gently ruffled my hair. It's okay. I'll be here for you. My heart fluttered. I felt joy and a tinge of sadness. Was this something Stella asked of her? Anna then set my phone to blind mode, teaching me how to use it. At Anna's place, she helped me get familiar with the room's layout and where the bathroom supplies were. I hit the table corner, but it didn't hurt. I touched it, soft with foam padding. The furniture was padded, and the bathroom had anti-slip mats. Anna is so thoughtful, or maybe it's her capable staff. I was happy living here. With summer break, 2 months, hopefully my eyes would heal. But I dreaded another thought. When my eyes recover, I'll have no excuse to stay. Here, Anna holds my hand down for meals, carefully serves me, says good night before sleep. I savor the warmth of her hand holding mine, and her comforting scent when she's close by. A sudden thunderclap startled me in the living room, causing me to drop a glass. It shattered on the floor. Anna quickly came over. "You okay?" She hurried to me. Flustered, I crouched, aimlessly sweeping the air, wanting to clean up the mess. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." Anna caught my hand before I could touch them. "No need for sorry, it's just a glass. Don't pick up the shards, you'll get hurt." I blindly looked toward her, fearful. "I don't want to trouble you." "How could you be trouble?" Anna said, kneeling, checking my ankle for glass cuts. Another thunder rumbled. I shivered uncontrollably. Not that I fear thunder, just startled easily by loud noises. The rain pitter-pattered, accompanied by distant rumbles of thunder. Scared of thunder? She noticed my shivers. I clenched my fists, gathered courage. "Since you're my girlfriend, can you sleep with me tonight?" Instant regret washed over me. I almost cried. Anna's just being kind, yet I'm asking for more. I'm shameless. Why would a proper person like Anna agree? "'Kay, no worries. I'll stay with you." I was stunned. She agreed, eyes welling with tears of shame. But she led me to bed. "Sleep now, I'm here." I sleep well, especially with someone I like. Anna wasn't asleep yet, browsing work schedules on her iPad, when an Instagram message popped up. Audio from Stella. She put on her headphones. "Sis, I've arrived in the US. Weather reports say thunderstorms tonight in a city. Dino fears storms. Now that he's temporarily blind, he'll be more scared." Anna looked at his peaceful, sleeping face on her chest. "No worries. He's sleeping pretty soundly." Stella is still chatting away with her voice messages. "Sis, you wouldn't believe it. This was the first time I found out someone could be afraid of thunder. That time during night study, a thunderclap happened, and Dino jumped, shaking like a scared rabbit." "Sis, seriously, how can someone be so timid?" Anna frowned a bit, typing away. "You know he's timid, yet you still left him behind." The voice on the other end got quieter. "But I can't just leave Jimmy, you know." "Sis, can you take a picture of Dino for me? Please? It's been a day or two and I kinda miss him already." Anna raised an eyebrow. "Are you sure?" "Yeah, Dino sleeps so deeply, he won't notice. Dino likes me so much, he'll definitely miss me like mad after a few days apart. Good thing I asked you to stay with him. Sis, if it's inconvenient for you, you can take the picture during the day. Since you insist, I'll send it to you later." Stella, on the other side of the call, saw the picture her sister sent, glanced up at Jimmy, who was doing his leg rehab exercises, quietly left the room, and opened the picture on her phone. The photo only showed the side of a boy's face, with messy bangs on his forehead, looking calm and gentle in his sleep. "So cute," Stella murmured, long pressing to save the photo and enlarging it with her fingers. She was puzzled. Why does Dino's pillow not match his bedding? It's dark-colored. "Wow, real lovebird, huh? Followed me abroad for surgery and still can't get over your little lover." Jimmy leaned against the door, mocking. Stella flashed him the picture. "Look, Dino has lost weight without me around." She concluded, "Guess he really loves me." Jimmy chortled as he looked at the phone for a while. "Congrats. Your boyfriend's about to snag himself a wife. See that fabric he's laying on? That's clearly a woman's nightgown." Stella snatched back the phone, fuming. "No way. Like I don't know Dino? He's even too shy to let me hold his hand. Besides, my sis took the photo. Everyone knows she's all aloof. Dino's staying with my sis, so maybe he dug up one of my nightgowns, yearning." She took a long look at the photo again, gently brushing the boy's side profile with her fingers. Jimmy felt complicated and, to mask his low spirits, mocked Stella once more. "Hope you keep up the self-love." It was no surprise to Anna that Stella didn't notice her sleepwear in the photo. Anna didn't want to reveal too much too soon, didn't want Dino to see her darker side. She was content just being by his side, whatever the form. In my sleep, I vaguely heard Stella's voice. Is she asking for that hangover soup delivery again? Oh right, she's abroad with Jimmy. She won't bother me now. I felt relieved. Suddenly, my parents' words echoed in my head. Dino, Stella's dad really likes you. Even if not for our family, you should work hard to make Stella like you for your sister's sake. Understand? In life, you have to be accommodating, be a bit savvy. Mom and dad spent so much money on your fancy education. Building connections comes from school. Especially with Stella. Her one word could change everything for us. So whatever you need to do, please her as much as possible. Our family depends on you. My brow furrowed deeper, choking me with pressure. Someone pulled me into a warm embrace, smoothing my frown. So warm. All right, I'm at Anna's place. No parents. No Stella. Here I don't have to please anyone. I can be myself. Though it's temporary, I'll escape as long as I can. I felt like my eyesight was slowly returning, catching glimpses of light. Anna even installed an elevator at home for me, making it easy to get around. But after the accident that blinded me, I've developed separation anxiety. When Anna leaves for work, the solitude grips me, feeling cut off from the world. I dread never seeing Anna again, fear Stella's return, afraid our relationship will revert to stranger level again. At the sound of the car engine, I make my way to the door with my cane, waiting for Anna. Do you have a headache? Auntie said you barely ate anything today. Anna guided me to the living room, and I hesitated before asking if I could tag along with her the next day. She agreed. The next day, Anna took me to her office. She gave me a pair of sunglasses to block out the light. Her assistant was super kind, downloading an audiobook app for me and setting up snacks and a fruit platter on the table. But when the assistant tried handing me earphones, Anna stopped her. Play the sound out loud. No earphones. His concussion hasn't fully healed yet. Okay. Anna, the assistant obliged, adjusting the volume. And there I was, listening to books while Anna worked. Just as I hit an exciting part, a call came through. I fumbled to answer, and it was our class rep, Alex. Hey, I texted you and got no reply. Are you free now? Could you make a new student entry report for me? You're the best. I'll bring you my family's specialty once school starts. As I scratched my head for words, someone took the phone and answered for me. Sorry, we're handling our guy Dino here, so he can't help you. Anna ended the call for me. You need to learn to say no. It's not shameful to turn people down. Your life isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about treating yourself right. You should express dissatisfaction and say no to unreasonable requests. Okay. I froze. It was the first time anyone talked to me like this. I've always struggled to say no, even if what they did made me uncomfortable. I kept thinking if I put up with it long enough, eventually they'd see my worth and repay me. But reality often told me otherwise. They're just going to keep pushing and asking for more. But I don't know how to say no anymore. I pump myself up secretly, thinking next time I'll definitely learn to say no. It's the weekend. Anna's relaxing at home with me. I just woke up from a nap. My vision was blurry, kind of like cataracts. Felt like there was a white mist over my eyes. I happily ran downstairs to find Anna. Saw her back in the garden, so I rushed over and hugged her from behind. Anna, I called out, but then froze. The scent wasn't right. She wasn't Anna. The person grabbed my hand. Dino, you can see. I was stunned, my blood running cold. It was Stella. Why was she back so soon? Aren't she and Jimmy living well abroad? Why come looking for me again? I don't want them disrupting my hard-earned peace. Dino, are you still sick? Why aren't you saying anything? What could I say? Ask her to go back to Jimmy and tell her I want to continue living like this with her sister? But I'm too weak. Anna was just looking after me for Stella. I shouldn't ask for too much. Jimmy's still not done with rehab, so Stella headed back there in the evening. I lay in bed relieved, hoping she spends a few more days with Jimmy. That night, I took my meds and went to bed early. Suddenly, I felt a hand touch my face. It's a scent I don't like. Instinctively, I frowned and pulled away. The person's fingers hesitated before leaving. In my half-asleep state, the bed dipped slightly. I felt familiar sense of clean, slightly bitter wood. A woman held me close, breathing deeply to calm down. Her voice slightly choked. Something warm trickled down my neck. In my days, I thought I heard Anna in my dreams saying, "Dino, don't leave me." Could the Anna in my dream cry and be afraid of losing me too? Wait, maybe it wasn't a dream. I turned, pressing my forehead to hers, touching her face and finding it damp. "Anna, why are you crying?" Oops, called the wrong name and got caught. My heart raced like a kid who got caught lying. "Dino, you always knew I was Anna?" All I could do was nod awkwardly. I felt uneasy, sinking to the bottom of my heart. Knowing she was Stella's sister from the beginning, I still treated her like my girlfriend, doing intimate things behind Stella's back. I'm disappointed in myself. What would Anna think of me? Suddenly, soft, moist lips touched mine. Gentle, lingering kisses landed. My eyes widened, breathing quickened. It was like I lost all senses, only feeling the touch on my lips. Wow, so I wasn't imagining it. What does this mean? Could Anna like me too? My mind was spinning. No way. I'm just so ordinary. But then I heard her say, "Dino, I've liked you for a long time." That hit me like a truck. Not a dream. When getting confessed to, my first instinct was to escape. My palms were sweaty, nervous, unsure how to respond. What should I say? Anna laughed softly. "Just say you like me too." I froze. Right, I did like her. What was I afraid of? What was I avoiding? Time to be brave. I pulled Anna in, hugging her tight. "I like you too." My ears felt hot. The next day, I sent Stella a breakup text, telling her to be with Jimmy. We're done. I didn't know if breaking up first would hurt Stella's pride. No one dared to break up with her before. But if I didn't, who knows when she'd do it. I'm done playing this game with Stella and Jimmy. After sending the text, I did something I've wanted for a long time. Block Stella. Doing that felt amazing. No more late-night calls from her. After all that, I called my parents to tell them we broke up. They're always asking about Stella and me. Dad was joking with my sister, then turned serious when he heard my news. "Did you agree to it?" He went on, "Dino, don't agree to break up. You must hold on to Stella. Don't you know how much people envy you? Marrying her would be..." I interrupted. I broke up with her. I knew Dad would flip out, call me ungrateful and inconsiderate. But I needed to say it. I've grown up. I don't like Stella. Why should I listen to you and please her? I'm unhappy with her. I'll make my own choices from now on. After venting, my hands shook as I hung up, taking a deep breath. Felt amazing to speak my mind. The old me was so suppressed. Anna was right. I should have learned to say no sooner. Sometime later, Dad texted me. He was furious. "Dino, if you don't reconcile with Stella, don't come home." Growing up, my only worth was being connected to Stella, I guess. These days, whenever Anna's free, she takes me for eye acupuncture. My sight's improving daily, but I can't handle bright lights yet. At night, Anna and I go for walks. We hold hands, wandering without purpose, chatting idly. Even random stones become conversation starters. Silence isn't awkward. It syncs our heartbeats. In my view, walking with someone you love is intimate and sweet. Doing mundane things with them brings immense joy. When the moment felt right, under the streetlights, I leaned down to kiss her. Anna hugged me with a smile. Suddenly, she stopped for a moment. "Anna, what's up?" I asked, confused. "Nothing, the wind's picking up tonight. Let's head home." Not far away, Stella clenched her fists until they made a cracking sound. Anna. Dino's never called her that, she thought, suddenly realizing it. It was Anna. Dino was calling her sister that day, not her. "Sis, do you like Dino?" she asked through gritted teeth. It was a statement, not a question. "Didn't you realize earlier?" Her sister responded. "Sis, I trusted you. How could you take my boyfriend?" Stella's eyes were blazing with anger. "That photo you sent me, was Dino in your bed?" "No, I was in his," Anna corrected her. Stella lost it. "You knew he's my boyfriend. Your own sister's boyfriend." Anna let out a little snort, then shot back. "And what about you? You knew your boyfriend was injured and blind, yet you left to be with your first love abroad. Did you ever think of him as your boyfriend?" Stella deflated. "Sis, I've never fought with you about anything our whole lives. I can give up everything, just please give Dino back to me. Anna chuckled a bit. Stella, have you ever respected Dino? Do you see him as a person or something you can just toss away and take back whenever you want? She tapped the table with her fingers. Besides, what could you ever compete with me for? Whether it's the company or Dino, it's all about skill. Stella angrily knocked the items off Anna's desk. Dino likes me. He'll come back to me when I'm back. You sound pretty confident. You think someone can come back to you unconditionally after being abandoned again and again? Compared to the embarrassed Stella, Anna was calm and composed. Sis, I trusted you, Stella repeated. Anna, I said, hearing a commotion in Anna's study. I opened the door and saw Stella about to hit her. I knew Stella wouldn't win in a fight against Anna, but I still stepped in to protect her. I glared at Stella. It's one thing to cause trouble outside, but hitting her sister? Dino, listen, Stella pleaded. I didn't mean to deceive you. If I had known sooner that my sister liked you, I'd never have let her care for you instead. I let you down, but I'm back now. I know I messed up. I can ignore the breakup texts you sent me. Dino, can we start over? I was puzzled. I thought once I sent those breakup texts, it was over with Stella. She's so proud. I never thought she'd come back for me. I never liked you. Why are you upset? You didn't like me either, did you? Stella staggered a bit. No, it's not like that. I do like you. Being away made me realize it even more. I even bought a ring. She hurriedly pulled it out. If you're willing, let's get engaged. I'm serious this time. I'm not, I said, pulling Anna into my arms. Your sister's pregnant. Haven't you moved on? I told Stella. I've always liked your sister, not you. We're already broken up. You should figure out your own feelings and make things work with Jimmy. Stella persisted. I've figured out my feelings. I like you, not Jimmy. Are you just saying that because you're jealous? I promise to keep my distance from Jimmy. Dino, please give me another chance. But I just looked at her calmly and shook my head. It was the first time I'd seen Stella look so heartbroken. Eventually, Anna had someone escort Stella out. After I broke up with Stella, she was down for a few days, probably because she'd lost face. I kept getting calls to pick her up from bars after she got drunk. At first, I'd explain I wasn't her boyfriend anymore, but eventually, I just blocked unknown numbers. But she moved on quickly because she's always been a flirt. Soon enough, she had someone new by her side, flaunting it publicly. Dino, I'm not hung up on you, she said, hugging her new boyfriend. I let out a huge sigh of relief, maybe too obvious because I saw a flicker of sadness in her eyes. Stella let go of the guy and walked toward me, eyes red. She tugged my hand. Dino, do you even have a heart? How can you just stop liking someone? I know leaving you with my sister was wrong, but I apologized. What more do you want? I'm sure you're only saying she's pregnant to spite me. I never meant for us to break up. I like you. He's just an actor I found. Why won't you just throw me a bone, Dino? A crowd gathered, watching us like a real drama unfolding. Oh, Stella, young rich girl, finally meets her match, they whispered, taking it all in. I pulled my hand back, looking straight into Stella's eyes, word by word. I'm not playing games. The breakup is real. Not loving you is real. You said you love me, but I never felt it. I'm done playing house with you and Jimmy. Who you should be seeking is Jimmy, not me. I walked past her. Where are you going? She called after me. I turned back. My girlfriend is waiting downstairs to go home. Your girlfriend? Stella asked. Who is it? Your sister, I said openly. Not turning back, I left her there among chattering classmates. Oh my gosh, what a plot twist. No one saw this coming. Turns out Anna's the real deal, way more than Stella ever was. Stella's just living in a soap opera, right? Isn't Anna in some new rich list? Geez, when can I be the main character for a change? The crowd dispersed, leaving Stella standing there alone. After word got out that I was with Anna, my parents started acting all buddy-buddy with me again. Dino, if you just told us you liked Anna, we wouldn't have pushed you to be with Stella, they said. We might have been a bit tough on you, but it was all for your own good. You know? From when you were a kid up until now, have we ever skimped on you with material things? That's right, Dino. You gotta understand how well-intentioned we parents are. What parent doesn't wish for their son to have a great life? I didn't say much. I politely showed them the door. You can't cut off family ties and you can't repay the debt of being raised. But I'm not going to follow their every command anymore. I'm not the obedient child they can manipulate as they please. I won't be nice to them. Once I'm around them, it's like they latch onto me like leeches. They want me to pave the way for their daughter. No way, no how. Later I heard Stella and Jimmy got together. But they argued non-stop and Jimmy eventually left to study abroad in frustration. Stella didn't try to stop him. That day, I got a text from Jimmy. Dino, out of all the guys, you're the only one who made me feel threatened. Thinking back, I've been pretty childish all these years. I must have been the villain from a novel. You sure can endure a lot. I see you've never loved Stella. I gotta hand it to you. You might be the clearest-headed among us. Now I've hit a wall and I know when to call it quits. I'm gonna find my own life now. No need to reply to this message. We probably won't see each other again. Hope we each have a wonderful future. Anna noticed I was staring at her and put down her file. What's up? I pulled her into my arms, showing affection. I really like you. Anna chuckled softly. I love you. So happy. Epilogue. Anna got a call from Stella during a meeting. She didn't want to answer but accidentally did. Just as she was about to hang up, she heard Stella on the other end. Sis, can you look after Dino for me? Hearing this, Anna's lips curled into a slight smile. She signaled to pause the meeting and stood up, leaving a group of employees puzzled. What just happened? Anna's usually got such a poker face, but she smiled because of a phone call. Sis, will you take care of Dino for me? Sure, she replied. She seemed calm, but her hand tightened on the phone, trembling slightly. Who knew I'd get such a good deal?